the afternoon. The floodwaters were rising. By 6 o'clock, we were informed to get ready for 3.5 meters above center ice.
I had an email from the flames. The email was very short. It was, the dome's received extensive damage. We believe the water is up to level 8. We're going to need some help in the coming weeks, and we'll be in touch.
Sunday morning we got there, and obviously there's water everywhere outside. The fish were still floating around in the car park. But we got inside. There was a few minimal lights on there for emergency lighting on the inside. It was very dark, and it was pretty devastating.
There was a little over 30 million gallons of water in the dome.
We needed to open the big overhead door to be able to allow the large pumps to pump from the outside. So when the water was just below chest deep for myself, I had to get down on the event level and actually get in the back to open the door.
We strapped a life jacket on Pierre and slowly made our way inside the dome.
The ice pits were open. Those things are about 16 feet deep, and I didn't personally know where they were.
First thing that came to mind was, oh, I don't want to lose anybody here. I'm a good swimmer, but I'm not that good.
So had a life jacket on, and we're walking around and just using a crowbar to find our way in the darkness.
Once we got most of the pumps running, we were averaging close to 30,000 gallons a minute.
I think once the water was right down to about 6 inches, the extent of the damage was just, it was unbelievable.
The entire event floor was underwater. The company, of course, had built the original Saddledome, so with our knowledge and the trades we worked with, we had pretty intimate knowledge of the dome. And we knew that that's where really the heart of what drives that building lives down there, from the mechanical systems, the electrical systems, the dressing rooms, the kitchen. So we knew that that would have sustained substantial damage. It was almost like somebody took the building and shook it upside down.
This was a challenge for sure. 69 or 70 days to turn this building around. Most people looked at you like you were goofy when you suggested that was the program.
I said to my wife, I said, I'm gonna have to try and spend some time with you because we're gonna be on the road for the first 2 months of the season. There is no way this is gonna get done.
You had to sort of switch your emotion off a little bit, and very clearly right off the bat, it was just a total gut. And it almost made it easy, actually. You didn't really have to negotiate whether you should be keeping something or throwing it away.
Everyone there, to a person, was ready to do whatever it was needed to be done.
We went right back to the bare concrete structure and steel structure, all the fire spray, all the drywall, all the steel studs, even the chain link fencing we had to take out.
So we worked really, really hard, and all the guys on the job just busted their chops.
You don't get an opportunity to complete projects like this very often in your career. And to do it with such an awesome team, you know, a lot of a full gamut of the generation, a lot of younger people on the project, working with people you haven't worked with before, just coming together and pulling the job off. We had close to 2,500 people working on this project in the course of 69 days to get it back to the owner, and 450 guys in a day rolling through that building. It was quite something.
There are a few people out there that say, well, you guys are a little crazy. You guys will be able to pull this off. And I think that's just more fuel in terms of determination to say, you know what, we can do this. It's not easy, and it's never been done before, and that's even more reason why I want to succeed.
Mr. Bean said to me a couple of weeks ago that I wasn't done yet. I didn't quite understand why, but the reality is we needed to do what we're doing tonight, which is play hockey, and it's pretty emotional.
From CANA Construction, Pierre Chapman.
It's a transition from total darkness to a bright, cheery atmosphere. It's totally phenomenal.
With the puck, takes it in behind the net, pass in front.
Flames would like to ask all contractors wearing the green wristband tonight who wish to take part in the post-game on-ice photo, please proceed to section 104, 105 right now.
All the trades, all the suppliers, we had people working 24 hours a day, and some guys working weeks and weeks on end to make the job happen in really rough conditions. And right from the start to the end of this job, everyone just gave it their all. project of my life. It's absolutely awesome. The commitment, dedication, absolutely unbelievable. There's a lot of drive in this town. No one's laying down and giving up.
When you are faced with the most incredible odds and the greatest challenges, I think that's where championship teams come from. And I think this flood recovery team was a championship team.
The manpower in there, the work that they did in basically 2 months, like they did the impossible.
This is not a project you would see very often. It's not your typical type of construction project. And I think to do the work that we did, I think for many people, this will be certainly a defining moment in their career in terms of being able to pull this off and do the work that they did. It was truly a miraculous effort, and my hat goes off to everyone that was involved.
There are so many lessons that you learn in this project that apply to many things in life, and they can apply to a hockey team too, in terms of setting a crazy goal and everyone understanding their role in getting it done. No one person can pull this off. Impossible for one person to pull it off. But everyone understanding their role on the team and doing it without question and executing. And so it's pretty cool to find those parallels between sport and this type of project, for sure.
They've brought my home back.